Living in a very diverse community, we are exposed to many different races and cultures. Rachel Walchin's quote reminds us how impactful our words may be. Be mindful when it comes to your words. A string of some that don't mean much to you may stick with someone else for a lifetime.
It takes a toll, honestly. Racism isn't something that you can just take off, or your experience at school is something that you can just take off after you get out those doors.
Being an African American female in a predominantly white school is probably the most hardest challenges of my life.
Just experiencing racism, it's like part of being a minority. It's just like your everyday life living in like America where you don't like belong, I guess.
As a black person, it's something that you have to deal with for the rest of your life. And especially as a dark person, you definitely will be looked at differently.
Overall, it's just had like extremely drastic impacts on my self-image and confidence. Like it really makes you begin to question whether all the people you surround yourself with believe these same racist ideologies that get thrown at you by random people online or even in person.
Whenever you see someone who looks like you being ostracized, you feel ostracized. You feel like, well, there's a culture that's built here and I'm not a part of it. And so because of that, you don't want to participate. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to raise your hand. You don't want to speak.
It's mainly been just like jokes, but like even if it's just jokes, like it still makes you feel like different. Like, oh hey, you're not one of us. And like you try to like, if you try to like talk to people and then like they think they're being funny and they make it like a joke, it's like a constant reminder like, hey, you're not one of us. Like you're still black. You know that, right?
You know, I just want to walk around, kind of embrace myself and embrace who I am. But you're really ridiculed every single day by people of another color, you know, just kind of what they think is appreciation, but it's really appropriating. You know, they really just look down on you every day, and it's really hard to kind of walk through the halls.
People like they disguise their racism in like these jokes, these like acts, these like little tiny things that they do in their everyday lives, but like they need to like, it's education and lack of that like people don't get, like it gets to like people like people of color, people like minorities, those like little jokes that you're making with your friends, they're not like as funny to us.
You encounter people who judge you automatically based off the way that you look. You are faced with challenges of feeling not safe and not comfortable based off something that you physically cannot change. And I embrace my color very much, and it makes me feel different in a way that where I feel that me being who I am negatively affects them. And as a colored person, it damages who you are, and then it makes you lose your culture and your appreciation for yourself.
The social equity team put together this quick guide for some easy phrases to use to interrupt these kinds of moments.
Direct interruptions. We don't say that here. That phrase is hurtful. I don't like that word.
Probing questions. Why do you say that? What do you mean? Could you tell me more?
Educational question. Do you know the history of that word or where it comes from?